Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of circumference and area of circles. This is standard 7.9b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 46 off the 2016 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So Jennifer is painting a tabletop that is shaped like a circle. So let me get a circle here. Pretend it's a circle. The circumference of the tabletop is 6 pi feet. That's a strange way to write that. So circumference, I always think of moving this F over to the R, making that word fence. Fence goes around the outside of a yard or a property. And so the circumference is the outside. Think of it like a fence or the perimeter. So I'm going to put my little 6 pi and it goes on around the outside of my circle. And so I'm looking for the measurement that's closest to the area. So that means I'm really looking for the inside, but the only information they're going to give me is the outside. So I need to find the area. Well, what do I know about area? I know that area of a circle has an equation. It is pi r squared. So the radius is what I need. I know pi is about 3.14, right? That's what we're going to use. It's close. It's not exactly 3.14. Sometimes we'll do some little squiggly lines here, meaning approximately 3.14. It's an irrational number and it never stops. So the radius is what I need. So the radius is any line that's from the center and straight out to the side. But I'm not given anything. All I'm given is the circumference. How do I get from the circumference to this radius which I'm needing? Well, let's think about what we know about circumference, right? So they give us the circumference. So the circumference, here's another equation that we use. It's found on the formula chart. Is simply pi times the diameter. That's it. So if I can figure out the diameter, I can figure out this radius, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. So circumference equals pi times diameter, and they told us that the circumference is this strange 6 pi, right? So watch, if the circumference equals pi times diameter, and the circumference in this case equals 6 pi, then that means that my pi times diameter equation equals 6 pi. So I just substituted this for this. Now I got a pi on both sides. Well, guess what? Let me just divide by pi on both sides. Everyone gets a pi. Look what I'm left with. My diameter equals 6. All right, so I'm getting closer. Now, the diameter is a line that goes from one side to the other through the center. Right, so here's my diameter. This is my radius. So the diameter equals double the radius. Or you can think of radius equals your diameter cut in half divided by 2. So I know my diameter is 6. So now I know, all right, after all of that work, I finally have my radius. That's all I needed. That's 3 feet. That's what we're using here is feet. So I have my radius of 3. Now I can go back to this and finally do a little bit of work. So my area equals, my pi is 3.14 times 3 squared. Now 3 squared, it's not 3 times 2, it's 3 times itself, 3 times 3. So that equals 3.14 times 9. So let's just multiply that by 9. Let's just see what we get here. So that's going to be 36. 9 times 1 is 9, add that 3 is 12. And then we've got 27, 28. 28, 26, remember you got 2 digits behind the decimal in the factors. So I need 2 digits behind the decimal in my product. 28 and 26 hundredths. And they got square feet. So after all of that work, we found our radius, and we found our answer. Here is G.